Oh boy, what did I miss? Yeah, I think I missed a lot of stuff for the past few days. Anyways, I'm back with another video. Hope everyone had a great day today. And we got a lot of stuff that I've missed a lot. We got the breast cancer awareness locomotive, a CNC 44-9WL, a couple of stuff, conrails, and ATO locomotives. They used to be an ACU, but they removed it. I guess we'll just cover the ET44 only. Anyways, let's go ahead and not waste any time and let's get into the video. The first locomotive we'll be covering today is the ATO or Atlantic Southern ET44AC. Now, this is a fictional rail owned by one of the Southline district developers. I mean, that's obvious because that does not even exist. I mean, it's just a ET44. And we got the connecting with the southern, not connecting for the southern, connecting the south for you. It's pretty good. And we got white stripes going, I like that. The blue, dark blue, everything, that's pretty cool. There's PTC, number boards, looks like the NS style number boards. Headlights, I like that one, looks, it reminds me like the, what does it remind me of? Actually, I do not know. Other side, the big radiator wing, same logo, or the same lettering, same trucks and the numbers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it has the same horn as the UPET44 or C45AH, so I'm not going to review that. So I'll just give this a 9 out of 10. Now we're going for the Canadian National stuff. The first one is the CN C44-9WL. Now, as you can see, it's a big difference than any other Dash 9s. Like the other ones, the North American style, but for the Canadian National, they had the other type of style. Look, there's 4 windows at the front, 4 windows on the side, and the bell on top of the cab. Not on top of the cab, but like on the top instead of on the frame. And of course, if you look at the back, there's the old Canadian National logo with the North American style. Reflective tape, same thing. I mean, there's nothing interesting at the long hood. I mean, the front is just more interesting. As you can see, there's the lights. The marker lights are like not red, I guess. As you can see, the air conditioner is not in there. That's mostly common on every Canadian National Dash 9, so it's pretty common. And on the other side, there's the same North American logo, the horn, yeah, K3L maybe, and the 4-window. I think most of these locomotives are still in service to this day, but unfortunately they do not have positive train control, so that's unfortunate. And yeah, that's pretty much it about what I have to say about this locomotive. Let's just get to the horn. That's a pretty decent K3L horn. I'll give it like a 10 out of 10. Alright, the next locomotive we'll be covering today is the Canadian National SD60. Now, these are the former EMDX SD60 locomotives owned by Progress Rail, but then Canadian National bought those. Now all of them are now repainted, unfortunately. This is the replacement of the SD50s after their major failures with their engines, but the SD60s are more improvement. And there's the Canadian National logo of the www.cn.ca, but unfortunately they cannot do that due to Roblox terms of service. And we got the horn. It's a pretty small horn. The long hood, nothing interesting around here. And the number boards, very interesting. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The other side, there's that window right there. That's mainly because there's an engine right there to, just to test or turn on the locomotive. And the CN logo, the cab, standard cab. And there's also another version, but it's the same locomotive, but I don't know the difference. Just tell me that in the comments down below. Anyways, horn review. For some reason, they make the horn like, as soon as you release the horn button, it makes the horn go maybe go off for the next 1 to 2 seconds. I mean, I don't know if that's interesting, I guess. I mean, usually it only lasts with a fade horn, like on every K5LA horns that you can find. I don't know. But anyways, there's also another horn variant of the SD60, so I'll let you hear it. I've never heard this horn before, but I don't even know what kind of horn is that. If you're like a horn expert, just tell me down in the comments down below. So, yeah. Anyways, these are the pretty decent SD60 horns or SD60 locomotives, so I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. Now we're gonna go on with the CSX sticker units. Those are probably one of the lamest things they've ever done until they released the CSX Heritage units. Anyways, this is CSX 124 with the Clinchfield and Railroad. And it's just a pretty small sticker, so there's nothing interesting about it. This also represents this railroad. Next locomotive is CSX 256, the Seaboard Coastline Railroad. There's also a small sticker, represents with this railroad. And we got CSX 323, it represents the L&N Railroad. This locomotive represents this locomotive. And finally we got CSX 527, the CN STL Railroad. I'm not sure what railroad is that, but yeah. Just tell me in the comments what that is. And also, when I find something interesting, they added this DP decal that's on every CSX locomotive. That's actually pretty interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are pretty boring sticker units, so 5 out of 10. Alright, the next locomotive we're going to be checking out is the UP locomotive, UP 7400, the C45A CCTE with the Building America locomotive. Now, it might be a little bit boring at the front, but once we get to the long hood, that's when we see this ribbon. And this sign represents the women who are fighting this terrible disease, the breast cancer. And there's the top right here on the long hood. This says Proud Represent of the Corpsman Outstanding Volunteer Group Award. And this is actually a website where you can donate at least $1 or more to help these people who are fighting this terrible disease. And this is not sponsored, by the way, so if you want to donate, go ahead. I know my audience is pretty young, but I thought it would be nice if I just, spread this word. This is like, we got to support all these people who are going through this terrible time, whatever they're going through. I mean, yeah, we should all respect all these women who are fighting this. And on the other side, you can see these decals right here that they added a little bit of details here. The GE, those GE styles where they show the information of the locomotive. Yeah, that's what it means. So yeah, I actually caught one of them that with the information, but it's pretty faded and dirty, so I couldn't get a good picture of it. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and check out the horn review of UP 7400. Just to dedicate all these people who are going through this tough situation, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Now we're going to move on to the Canadian Pacific locomotive. Now this might be a little bit boring here. It's just like, you probably would think, oh, this is just like regular HCP AC44. Nope. It's an actual dual flag locomotive. Those were pretty common back in those days. It's called the CP rail system with the Canadian and American flag. Unfortunately, all those locomotives are now repainted, but you can still find a few CP rail dual flags from the SD40-2s or our older locomotives. It's just a CP rail system dual flag locomotive. Those are pretty interesting back then, but it sucks that Canadian Pacific decided to repaint all of them. I mean, I honestly like the Canadian and American flag, and they combined them together, and the CP rail system too. But now they have this logo with the beaver logo, and that's it. And the Canadian Pacific company. And yeah, and on this side we got the DRF-44. That's the model name. And the 44 is just the 4400 horsepower, and I think the F is the. Actually, I do not know. I mean, Canadian National has those too, but I don't even know what they meant. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It has this. I mean, it has the same horn, same thing. So I'm not gonna review this. So yeah, pretty much it. Okay, I'll give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, so I'm gonna put this as part 1 to part 2. So part 2 will be the conrail. So I'll be covering the conrail gamepass, and the rest of them will be just part 1 that I just showed you. So anyways, I'm just getting off the video for today. Just stay tuned for part 2, and yeah, thank you guys much for watching, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and enjoy the times with family, with the reunion, anything that you're doing. Just enjoy the time with family. Of course, have a wonderful day and have a Merry Christmas.